How's it going, guys? It's John from Bambino Sports Cards, and today we're going to talk to you guys about this 2015 Precious Metal Gems Black Panther and why we went about purchasing it. We purchased it raw, and then why we took the risk to get it graded. Alright, so right here you see the card that we did purchase. We bought it from a reliable source, ComC. As you can see here, just kind of hop right into it. You've got some white corners, and again, this is just what we do before we make the purchase, especially one like this. We zoomed in and see what kind of stuff was wrong with it. Now, again, much more difficult to do online compared to do, again, white corners, compared to do when you see it in person. So this is all I had to go off of, basically, maybe a little bit in the top right corner as well. So card looked pretty clean. For these cards are very difficult to grade well. Right now, the highest population is a PSA 8 for this specific card. So very difficult to grade. So that was the front part of the card. Here was the back. Didn't really see anything too crazy with it. So that's what we looked at first. Why did we start looking at precious metal gems? It really is not our first purchase. Our first one actually happened back in July 2001. We got a Jason Seahorn PSA 6. So this was another card I was going off based off of it. See, those edges are pretty rough. So I was like, I don't think it's really a 6. I also saw that right there where Precious Metal Gems is at. Some issues on that part of the card as well. Now, when I picked that card up, I actually got a couple offers 10x of what I paid for the card at the National. I turned it down. Just a Giants fan, Precious Metal Gems fan, Jason Seahorn. I had a couple other cards that I sold a little too early. I think I made profit, so you can't lose making profit. So I've been holding on to this one. Really like the red. Red's my favorite color. So that's what I knew, a slabbed one, and that's what I was making my decision based off of. I knew what an 8 did. So then I go back to over here. This was my decision-making process. When I purchased this card, there were no comps in December. And I think I got it the 19th of December. But what really caught my attention was back in October 16th, 2021, a PSA 8 did $3,050. There were 42 bids. It was paid for. So, I was really confident with that. Another thing I saw was the blue. Yes, it's numbered to 50, but the red are more desirable because those were the OG color waves. Also did $3,000. I also saw another raw one did $1,800 in October. So, based off of those three cards right there, I was confident in making a bid on this card. I knew the numbers just made sense, so I threw a bid in, and I actually got it for what I think was a steal, because I got it well below those numbers. Let's see if I can pull it up. I don't think, for whatever reason, mine isn't showing up on the sold. But then, so fast forward to after I make the purchase, the next day, yeah, I don't know, mine's on, I made mine on the 19th. So I guess one happened before and then one after. The next day, one sold for $1,000, which was actually more than when I purchased mine from. So I was feeling great. Then my pop subbed, I believe the 17th, I believe. But then I was watching this one. A PSA 7 did $860. I'd already sent my card to get graded. And basically at $860, a PSA 7, I'd be taking a loss on my card. Because of the grading fees and what I had into the card. So it was pretty rough. So basically, here we are now. Here's the card. Just came in the mail today. Want to see, like, do we take a loss or is it closer to the $3,000 number? Now, again, these are very hard to grade. Very low pop. There's less than 5. Again, the 8 did $2,000, 1,300. But these cards have definitely picked up a lot. And then I was watching some other cards that I didn't win, see if they pop up. There were some more PMGs. I saw a bunch of 6s pop up the other night. And it started to concern me because they were all new labels. Yeah, as you can see here, PSA 6, 200, Storm, 247. Really started to get concerned because they didn't really look that bad. If you look at these, compared to the card I showed you before, they've got some white corners, a white corner. So I'm starting to get a little bit nervous because we've all heard PSA is grading a little bit more strict now. And it doesn't necessarily always show you when the card was graded. I don't think it does at all on the PSA when you type it in. So anyways, we're trying to figure it out. So when we did grade it, I forgot to mention earlier that when I saw that a PSA 8 in October did $3,000, in my mind, I thought a PSA 7 would be somewhere between the raw, the $1,000, and the $3,000 mark. You know, I thought a 7 would be maybe $2,000, but to my surprise, a huge difference, and it only had done $860. I was gonna bid on it. I did bid on it. I was gonna bid it up to like 1,000 or so, but I said, you know what? I got one on the way. Fingers crossed. Let me just hopefully see that it grades well. So here we go. And I guess another thing, yeah, I'll just leave it at that. So here we go. Without further ado, let's figure out and see how we did. Did we lose some money? And is the card closer to 700-800? Or is it closer to $3,000? Now, another thing too, in this marble market, especially precious metal gems, like I said, I got a couple offers above what I paid for comps when it was raw. And a lot of people, again, in these marble groups, will pay over the last comp. And that's something you don't see very often in the card market. You'll see in the comic market as well, comic book market. Is people willing to pay over comps and pay strong on something because it is rare. A lot of times people want to pay 80%, 70% for something. But these precious metal gems are very difficult to grade well. So, without further ado, let's see how we did. Really kind of nervous, you know. Is it a $700-800 card? Which I'm very confident easily get $1,000 for it. Or is it closer to that $3,000 card? Again, 8 is the highest grade in PSA's registry. So, let's see what we got here. It's only one card sub. I did win the lottery today and get 5 other submissions. Oh my goodness, so nervous. Here's the back. How are we going to do? Let's see. The corners. Come on. Whoa! Let's go. What is this? Hopefully that's just on the that little sleeve. Definitely ecstatic about that. Super clean looking. PSA 8. Let's go. Beautiful card. Black Panther comic book version. That's another reason I really like this one. T'Challa 6'2", 200 pounds. Like Storm, Wakanda's advancements. Dislikes intruders, dishonor cars that use gasoline. Definitely very happy with that. PSA 8. Last comp in October was $3,000. Very happy with that. I've got some other cards that I'm going to get graded that I won on eBay. I also did start tapping into the Marvel e-packs. So I got some of those. Make a separate video about that. But again, there we go. Black Panther, PSA 8. Thank you guys for watching. If you could just press like and subscribe. We'll do some more short videos. Appreciate it. Love, peace, and chicken grease.